I walked into her bedroom and she was there, sitting on the edge of the bed, knees hugged to her chest, sobbing so hard her whole body shook. The necklace, the delicate silver one with the tiny sapphire pendant, was twisted in her fist. The same necklace I'd spent weeks searching for, tearing apart drawers and accusing the cleaning lady in my head, the one she told me must have slipped off at the beach. My brain didn't even process the tears at first. I only saw the necklace, and then her face, blotchy and desperate, like she'd been caught in the act. She looked up at me and blurted out the confession before I could even form a question. She'd taken the necklace, but not for herself, she said. She'd given it to someone else, a man I'd never even heard her mention, someone she swore was just a friend from work. Turns out, he wasn't just a friend. He was the man she'd loved before me, the one she never got over, the one whose name she whispered in her sleep and then lied about remembering. She stole it back from him last night after a fight, after he told her he knew she'd never choose him over me, and gave it back to me as if nothing had happened. She started ranting, half to me, half to herself, about how she'd tried to let him go, tried to convince herself she loved me more, but the truth was never that simple. I stared at her, numb, as she spat out the whole ugly mess, the late-night meetups, the endless texts, the arguments about who she really wanted. She said she never wanted to hurt me, but she didn't know how to let either of us go, and the necklace was her last desperate attempt to bury the past. I felt sick, cold, like I'd been living in someone else's life this whole time. I picked up the necklace from her palm, suddenly realizing that it was never about the jewelry, it was about the choice she couldn't make. The room was silent except for her hiccuping breaths. I understood in that moment that I was nothing more than the safe option, the consolation prize. She wanted the chaos, the fire, the heartbreak, and I was just the calm after the storm she never wanted to end. I walked out, leaving her clutching the memory of both of us, finally understanding that her tears weren't for me, they were for the life she couldn't let herself choose.